Okay, good evening, everybody. I am Chu Lang. In last episode, we have talked about the job scope of pharmacists. They are not the cashier; they are the guard. Because they want to make sure the medicines prescribed by the doctor is safe for the patient. This is their main responsibility, right? And they have the power to report any misconduct from doctor, right? So I have explained all of this in last episode, but I still haven't answered the questions that I posted, right, at first, in the beginning, right? Do you still remember the question? The question was, why don't the Breaking Bad, set the main character to work as a chemist, to work as a pharmacist, or chemical engineer? Why must it be a chemist? Okay, so why cannot it be a pharmacist, right? Okay. I remember I heard that pharmacists do work in the pharmaceutical company, in the factory, right? They work for the manufacturers, the drug manufacturers, right? By right, they would have the adequate knowledge of drugs and also the manufacturing, right? So by right, they should be the main character in the Breaking Bad cult, right? But they don't. Why? Because even though they work in the manufacturer, right? They work in the factory. They are not the one who design the chemical process. They are not the one who design the drug. It is the chemist who designed the drug, and their job in the factory is also to safeguard. It's also to make sure the drug is safe for public, right? If they work in the hospital or if they work in the pharmacist, they have to make sure the prescription, the medicine prescribed by the doctor, is safe for the particular patient. But if they work in the factory, they have to make sure the drug is safe, the quantity is safe, and the chemical inside it is safe for the public, for all the people. So they will be like the one who safeguard this. They will be the one who control this. It's kind of authority, right? You have to pass through this kind of checkpoint, right? And they also can work in the government agencies to make sure the new medicines is safe for the citizens, right? So their job is to safeguard. Their job is to make sure everything is safe, right? They are not the one who designed the chemical process. The one who designed chemical process is the chemist. It is not the chemical engineer. So what does a chemical engineer do? I think the drug manufacturer also need the chemical engineer. So what is their job compared to the chemist? Okay, chemists will design the chemical process, as what I said just now, right? They are the one who design the product, the chemical product, the drugs, right? And so what they do is in the lab. They do it in small scale, right? To test whether it is the idea is can work or not, right? To test the idea in the lab. And if they have succeeded in the lab, then they would require the skill. They would require the skill of a chemical engineer. So chemical engineer will help them to enlarge the scale. Okay, they are the one who be responsible in manufacturing, make it mass production, right? They are the one who are responsible in mass production. The chemists will work to test. They will test whether certain kind of things can work or not, whether certain kind of chemical reaction can work or not. They will work in the lab, right? When this has been proved successfully, and then until then, the chemical engineer will come in. They will help the chemist to enlarge the process, make it into mass production. Okay, so this is the skill of the chemical engineer. So as a chemical engineer, you can imagine they must be very good in. They must know, at least they must know the chemistry, because they are the one who enlarge the scale, right? They also need to know a lot of mechanical knowledge, because they are the one who design the machine. They are the one who design the reactor, okay? The whole plant, the whole factories, okay? The combinations of machines and reactors will be designed by the chemical engineer. So they are good in scaling up, right? But I don't think they are good in designing the chemical process. You always see Mr. White in the drama, the Breaking Bad. You always see Mr. White writing something on the paper, right? He's writing the chemical process, right? Before he cook, he have to design the process. He have to prepare all the materials, all the equipments, right? This is professional. You can see he's very professional in doing this job, right? So all of this explain why chemist is the one who is most suitable to cook, to be the main character in the Breaking Bad, right? Because they are the one who design the process, chemical process. They are the one who can make different kind of drugs, different kind of chemical products. They can control the chemical process to make the chemical reaction happen, and to make different combinations of chemistry, right? They are good in that. And when you are searching for someone to cook, you have to search for this kind of person, right? It is not the one who safeguard, who control. It is not the pharmacist, because this is not their job. Their job is to safeguard, okay, to make every product safe. And it is also not the chemical engineer. Their job is to scale up the manufacturing process, especially in chemistry, chemical reaction, right? Okay, I hope I explained. I hope my explanations can answer the question in the beginning, right? It must be the chemist. Mr. White must be the chemist because of this reason. They are good in designing the chemical reaction, right? So that's all. It's already 9 minutes. That's all for today. I don't have idea for my next episode, but I think next episode will be much more interesting. I'm confident, right? Next episode will be much more interesting than this one. So stay tuned, okay?